Hello, beautifuls. When working in business together feels like a loveless job. Had lots of reflection on this over the last little while. For those of you who don't know, Jason and I started another business together called Just Doing It Fishing Charters in the Northern Territory last year. And it's been really interesting to go back to startup phase in a new business where we've got a lot of great information from the other businesses that we run, but it's all still new to us. It's an industry we don't know. We're learning the tourism industry. It's all new and fresh. And it's been interesting for me to observe myself in my communications and my interactions with Jace in that business over the last few weeks since coming back up to the Northern Territory. And a few conversations I've been having with people around the traps and in their businesses has been based around this notion and this concept that I feel like I'm working so hard for this business and for us as a family, but I don't feel like I'm gaining that recognition or that love and support from my partner. So last night I was having a conversation with Jace and we were talking about a couple of systems and processes that we still haven't quite nutted out 100% when it comes to having clients on the fishing charter business or selling our Just Doing It apparel and merchandise. So there's two separate businesses running, an e-commerce business where we've manufactured our own apparel, and then we've also got the fishing charter business which we take 4 clients on. Now, we've been having inquiries, which is amazing. The leads are coming in. People want to go on the fishing charter. People want to get fishing shirts. It's freaking tops, like no complaints there at all. But where it's broken down and where I found myself getting a bit agitated last night, and I know many of the ladies out there feel like this with their tradies, is I've worked hard at putting some systems in to structure the business up, me and Gwen, our VA. And then Jace has gone a little bit rogue on a few of those things, or I've gone a bit rogue on a few of those things. And what happened is we've banged heads a little bit on it. It's all fine. Like, we've worked through it and recognise each other's roles in the businesses. But it does make you beg the question at times. I feel like this is such a loveless job working together in business, whether you're in trades or others like we are. I first want to just acknowledge that you're not alone in that feeling of feeling disheartened at times, or feeling unappreciated, or feeling like you're working hard and the money's just going straight back out. But we've got to come back together in those moments and in those times and remember what you're trying to achieve together, because nobody is actively trying to sabotage your business or your lifestyle. Neither of you are doing that. So until we have that level of empathy where we go, hang on, you're doing your best here, you're doing your best, and I need to just take a step back for a minute, not get so heated and hot under the collar, everybody's just doing their best, it can become really detrimental and quite toxic, I suppose, in our relationships in business if we don't get a handle on that. I got asked by a tradie last week, what do you guys do for the relationship? Because the thing that sets us apart at Ladies with Tradies is that we will work with you as individual people and ensure that you're coming together on the same page and working towards a combined goal. And so the reason we do this, and our clients laugh, I wish I had $1 for every time that a client, present or past, had said, Ladies with Tradies saved our marriage. I was just talking to a couple that have been with us for quite some time. They've finished up and they're doing our certified legends now. They basically said, I don't know if we'd still be here as a couple if we hadn't have worked with Ladies with Tradies. And first, my heart breaks a little bit that people are in that position as couples, but Jason and I have been there too. We've been to the depths of despair in our marriage where, you know, one or the other of us has wanted to walk away because the communication's broken down, the expectation on each other has gotten too much. These are all normal, natural things, and we've got to work on them. And it doesn't have to be that hard. And so what our girls do very well, our coaching team, is help you to get on the same page. And some of the words that have been thrown around about our coaching team are, you're the mediators, you're the marriage counselors, you're our relationship coach. And that is what is different about us to other business coaches. I've been coached by many business coaches myself, and you know, it's rarely been asked of me, where's Jace sit in all of this? One coach in particular, he was, or two of them probably, really good at asking. But you are a team at the end of the day, whether you're in the business actively and supporting each other to like create something amazing, or you're working your own role in your own job and chasing your own career goals. At the end of the day, you cannot be in isolation and just people doing, like, not in the first instance. You can't just be in your own lanes. We might say, all right, you've got to come together, create your goals, and then you go off in your separate roles inside of your business, and you've got your lane and you've got your lane, but you always have to come back together as directors and get on the same page. I guess what I'm trying to say here, and I got a nice message from Jace after we'd clashed heads a little bit last night, where he said, I do appreciate what you're doing for Just Doing It and for the business and for us, and I feel the same way. You can't lose sight of that. And if you are not being paid by your business but you're working in it, you need to change that, because that is one thing that will breed resentment, is if you're working in your business and it isn't paying you a cent, even if it's just a small amount, to recognize your contribution, make sure that's happening. The second thing that you want to make sure of is that you are having a quarantined director's amount of time in the business every single week. This is why coaching is so powerful for our clients, because even if the lady doesn't work in the tradie business, we will have the lady in the business at least once every month, where she's getting up to speed with what the tradie's up to, and everybody's in alignment and on the same page. So you have to have quarantine time. Whether you've got a coach or not, you need to have time together where you sit and you talk through, what are our goals, where are we at now, what do we need to action right now, and what is it that we're trying to get out of this thing for ourselves. So number one, make sure everybody's getting paid at least something. Number two, make sure you've got planned time every single week to connect about business and talk about what the direction of it is and what you're trying to achieve. The third thing is you need personal one-on-one time together. That's another part of the challenge that's happened for Jason. I can tell over the last 2 months, I have not been here. So I haven't seen him for 2 months. I've come back for a week. I've felt it's all in my face again, and we're working on the business and stuff together. And now he's gone out to Arnhem Land for 2 weeks. So that creates strain and pressure on any relationship. We don't have kids, so we've got a bit less pressure than a lot of you, but it still has created a level of challenge. And if you are working too much right now, that's okay. Like, working hard is okay, but you need to quarantine that time to have personal one-on-one time together. Again, do that weekly. It might be just sitting, having a cup of tea in the morning, a slow start, one time per week, where you grab your cuppa and you sit down and you look out your backyard and you have a reflective time. How's your week been dull? What's going on? What's on your mind? This is what I'm up to. This is what I'm up to. So if it feels like a loveless job, either of you, lady or tradie, because ladies, yep, you might be supporting the tradie in the business and feel like you're holding it all up, but I promise you the tradie feels the same way. The number of discussions I have with the tradies who have their own version of, I feel like I'm holding it all together, is huge. Like, it'd be 90% of them. So yeah, just being empathetic, being mindful, remembering you are on the same page, you are trying to achieve the same goals. Sometimes the way you get to that place is different from one another, but different's okay. So come together, make sure you're getting paid something if you're working in your business. Make sure that you've got quarantine directors time together at least once per week for about an hour, and make sure you're spending some slow, personal, one-on-one time. Doesn't have to be a date night. It could be just a date breakfast in your own bloody kitchen where you sit there together. Just carve that time out. It's super important. And then you won't feel so much, either of you, like it's a loveless job. So let me know your thoughts. Love to hear from you.